Welcome to the Blissful Biz podcast. I'm your host, Susanna Reicher. And I've been talking about low ticket offers a lot in the last week since I launched Low Ticket Mojo, where I teach you how to create your own low ticket offer. And I've been selling this so successfully the last weeks, 2 months now. I truly believe in the power of having a low ticket offer, especially in today's economy. But a question I've been getting a lot from yoga teachers was, should I create a membership or focus on a single low ticket offer? Or what if I already have a membership? Or what's better? I know this is a really important question. And it's an issue because I've not only watched many of my yoga teacher clients try both approaches or tried running a membership and they started it in the pandemic and now they're like, where should I go with it? What's happening? But also, I've experienced it myself too. I actually ran two memberships in my online business career. One that I grew to over 100 members before I closed it in 2020, and another that I launched in 2023, but ultimately decided to close last year as well. The thing is, when many yoga teachers are starting out, they would give anything to hear someone talk honestly about these two models. Not just the highlight reel, but the actual day to day reality, the real numbers, and what it truly takes to make each work. So that's what I'm sharing with you today, the good, the challenging, and everything in between about memberships versus low ticket offers for yoga teachers specifically. By the end of this episode, you will have clarity on which path might work better for your unique teaching style and lifestyle. I'm Susanna Reicher, digital marketing expert with over 20 years of experience, turned yoga teacher, turned six-figure online business owner. 10 years ago, I flew to Bali for a yoga teacher training, fell in love with the island, and decided to build an online business so I could live there. Can't be that hard, right? That decision launched me into an adventure bigger than I'd ever imagined. Over the last 8 years, I've guided over 1,000 yoga teachers and hard-led coaches how to launch and sell their digital offers, build their brand and websites, and build a profitable online business. In this podcast, I share real proven strategies and the exact steps that work. Whether you're just starting out or ready to scale, we'll dive into everything from creating offers your students can't resist to making digital marketing work for you. If you're ready to build a business that brings both freedom and success, you are in the right place. So let's start with memberships because they really do have this magical allure, especially for yoga teachers or fitness instructors, Pilates instructors. When I started my first membership, I think back in 2018, I was so excited about creating an ongoing journey with the community. There's something deeply satisfying about watching a community evolve over months and years that just feels right for this type of work. For yoga teachers specifically, they get to see how their students' practices evolve. One of my one-on-one clients told me how rewarding it was to learn exactly which variations her students needed for specific issues. She could call out adjustments for regular students, even in recorded classes, because she knew their practice so intimately. That kind of relationship for an online business is pretty special, right? Then there's the community that naturally forms. Even online, membership students start connecting with each other, celebrating milestones together, asking questions in community spaces. They create this beautiful sangha that extends beyond just their relationship with the teacher. And of course, we can't ignore the business side. That recurring revenue feels amazing. When you've been through the feast of famine cycle of one-off workshops and series, there's nothing quite like knowing that on the first of every month, you can count on that membership income hitting your account. It creates a stability, and that's so valuable for your nervous system, for your business finances, obviously, for your life. So yeah, that's definitely worth it. And there are many, many positive sides of having a membership. But here's where I need to get really honest with you. Despite all those benefits, I believe that memberships are genuinely one of the most challenging business models to maintain. And maybe not for beginners, and this isn't something people talk about enough. When I launched my second membership in 2023, the Blissful Biz Hive, I was shocked by how much energy it required while bringing in relatively little money. Even with my experience, it was incredibly difficult to grow and sustain. The sales conversation gets complicated fast. Many yoga teachers think offering a membership at just $27 a month will be an easy sell. It's less than the cost of a single in-person class in many cities. But then they quickly realize something important. They're not just asking for $27. They're asking for a commitment. And that changes everything. When someone considers joining a membership, they are not just evaluating the offering, they're evaluating themselves. You might hear things like, I love your teaching, but I'm worried I won't actually show up consistently enough to justify the monthly fee. Or, what if my schedule gets crazy next month? I'd feel guilty paying and not using it. Or I'm not sure if I'm disciplined enough to practice regularly without the accountability of in-person classes. This creates so much more psychological friction than expected. Even at that seemingly affordable monthly price, people hesitate because they are committing to a relationship with both the teacher and their future self. Then there's the content creation side, which honestly becomes the biggest struggle for most of my clients and was for me too. Every single month, without fail, you need to create new classes, new workshops, new materials. You barely finish the current month's content before you have to start planning the next. I remember finishing content for my membership one evening and feeling this immediate wave of pressure about what I would create for the following month. That content treadmill never stopped, and it started to steal the joy from the work. I was creating because I had to, not because inspiration struck. So you don't necessarily have to do that when you have a membership, but let's face it, most memberships are based on that promise that there's new content coming every month. But there's an even deeper challenge with yoga memberships that I only fully understood after working with so many yoga teachers struggling with theirs. In today's economy, people are making careful choices about their spending. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most yoga memberships don't actually solve a specific problem. What do I mean by that? Well, most yoga teachers create memberships that are essentially saying, come practice with me regularly. And that's a beautiful offering. It aligns perfectly with how we understand yoga as an ongoing practice, a lifelong journey. But from a consumer perspective, it's a tough sell. It's a tough sell. When someone is looking at their monthly expenses and deciding what to keep or cut, the just practice membership often falls into the nice to have category rather than the need to have category. I've noticed this a lot lately in my own business, in my clients' businesses. Students tell them, I love your classes, but with prices going up everywhere, I need to focus on essentials right now. We're all feeling that. And, we can't even argue because we understand. A general yoga practice, however wonderful, doesn't solve an urgent problem in their students' lives. This is where we bump up against a marketing reality. Today's online consumers are increasingly focused on specific solutions to specific problems. They want to know exactly what transformation they'll experience and how quickly they'll get there. The open-ended, just practice with me forever model, while aligned with yogic philosophy, often struggles to compete for monthly budget dollars. This realization is actually what led me to guide my clients toward low ticket offers, and the difference was immediate and striking. Instead of asking someone to commit to an ongoing membership with an open-ended purpose, a yoga teacher could create a focused program that promises a specific solution to a specific problem. For example, rather than join my yoga membership, you could offer relieve your lower back pain in just 15 minutes a day with this 2-week program. The shift in response would be dramatic. I'm 100% sure. Suddenly, you're not competing with Netflix and Spotify for monthly subscription dollars. You are offering medicine for a specific pain point. Here are some other effective examples for a low ticket offer a yoga teacher could create. The sleep reset protocol. Get my proven 30-minute bedtime routine to fall asleep instantly and wake up energized. This is so specific, right? Or the morning flow blueprint. A simple 30-minute yoga sequence for all day energy, even if you're not a morning person. Or the desk warrior formula. Follow my 15-minute daily system to eliminate neck pain and fix your posture once and for all. What makes these examples so compelling is they name a clear problem like neck pain or low energy and promise a tangible outcome. And here's where the pricing model becomes powerful too. At a one-time price point of, for example, $37, they're an easy yes for someone experiencing that specific challenge. Think about the psychological difference. When someone sees a $37 a month membership, they're thinking about commitment, wondering if they'll use it enough, evaluating their future behavior. When they see a $37 one-time back pain solution, they're thinking, my back hurts now, this might help, and it's just $37 once. The decision becomes so much simpler. And from a marketing perspective, specificity is your friend. When yoga teachers market memberships, their messaging has to be broad enough to appeal to many different people with different needs. But with a back pain program, they can speak directly to people experiencing that specific issue using language that makes them feel truly seen and understood. Now, let's talk about something that's been absolutely game-changing for me and my clients, the creation side of things. With a low-ticket offer, you create it once and then it can generate income indefinitely. This year, early in January, I spent about 2 weeks of focused work creating my low-ticket offer. I recorded the classes, created the supporting materials, built the sales page, and then I was done. The creation part was complete. So let me share some real numbers with you because I think transparency is so important here. To date, that program has generated $7,000 in revenue. And yes, I spent about $5,000 on ads to promote it. So the profit margin hasn't been huge yet. But here's where it gets exciting. In just the last 2 weeks, I've been working on optimizing my ads, and right now, every dollar spent is generating over $1.5 in return. Actually, I'm close to $2, but I'm not sure that's going to be sustainable. So, my goal is really an ROI of 1.5, which is pretty cool. So, this means for every $1,000 I spend on Facebook ads, I make $1,500 back, which is great, right? If somebody would offer you that, you would say, sure, right? Of course, I give you $1,000 if you give me $1,500. And that's how profitable ads work. And the coolest thing about this is my marketing is improving, but the product itself hasn't changed at all. I didn't have to create any new content or update anything about the program. Now compare that to the membership experience. You create new content every single month and in return get a relatively small monthly payment from each member. And if a member leaves after 2 months, all that custom content created was essentially wasted from a business perspective. When we look at the math and factor in time and energy as valuable resources, which they absolutely are, the low-ticket model simply works out better. You create something once and it continues to work for you month after month without requiring more of your creative energy. This brings me to another huge advantage of the low-ticket model: scalability. Once you've created your offer and dialed in your marketing, you can scale in a way that's much harder with memberships. Let me explain what this looks like in practical terms. Now that I know my ads are generating a positive return, I can gradually increase my ad spend without having to create anything new. My conservative goal for this year is to scale up to $10,000 monthly in ad spend, which at my current conversion rate would generate at least $15,000 in revenue and $5,000 in profit each month without me having to create anything new. Just think about that for a moment. Potentially $5,000 in profit each month from a product I created once and don't need to continuously update. And the beauty is, if I want to take a month off for personal reasons, or I go on a vacation, or whatever else is happening, the funnel keeps running. Memberships, on the other hand, face some real challenges when it comes to scaling. When teachers have memberships that start growing, they quickly discover that more members means more of everything. More questions in the community, more technical issues to solve, more diverse needs to address in the content. And yes, you have that when you grow your community of low-ticket buyers as well. But honestly, on a much lower level. That's my experience. So I remember reaching about 100 members in my membership and feeling really a little bit overwhelmed by the operational side. Each new member added to my workload in a way that wasn't true for my low-ticket offer. With the membership, the operational complexity increased right alongside the revenue, which limited how much I could grow without hiring help. There's another benefit to the low-ticket model that many yoga teachers don't fully appreciate until they experience it firsthand. You are building an audience of proven buyers, not just subscribers or followers. And there's a world of difference between those two groups. I already knew this, but when I looked at my numbers, it was really driving things home for me. The people who had purchased my $37 course were much more engaged with my other content. They open emails more often, they click on links, they respond to questions I ask. And when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. Someone who purchases my $37 course has demonstrated 3 crucial things. Number 1, they value their business enough to actually invest money in it, not just time watching free YouTube videos. Number two, they believe in my expertise enough to trust my solution. And number three, they are willing to take out their credit card and make a purchase decision. I cannot overstate how valuable this is. I spent years building an email list of freebie seekers, honestly, but a small list of actual buyers has proven infinitely more valuable. And I know this is going to serve me in the future, going forward. I've had people go from my $37 course to invest in my premium program and the mentorship experience. From $37 to $3,997 in a matter of days. That's amazing, right? So it doesn't end with creating your low ticket offer, just as it shouldn't end with having a monthly membership. What are you upselling? What are you cross-selling? What's the next step? What's your premium offer? And how do you get people to trust you enough to invest in that? So now I want to talk directly to those of you who already have a membership running. You might be wondering, what do I do with this information? Do I just shut everything down? First, I'd encourage you to check in with yourself and ask your inner voice about how it feels delivering your membership. Does it feel joyful? Does it lighten you up? Do you wake up excited to create new content and engage with your members? Or is it maybe draining your energy, feeling more like an obligation than inspiration? And if that's the case, you already have your answer. Also consider whether you see a future for it and if you have a clear plan to grow it. A membership without a growth strategy can quickly become stagnant as members naturally churn over time. So, your numbers are going to decrease over time unless you have a strategy how you're going to grow it. Because people are leaving it, of course they are. It's totally human nature. If you're feeling conflicted, here are a few other options to consider. You could create a low ticket offer and use your membership as an upsell. This works particularly well if you make your membership a bit more premium so it's clearly differentiated from your entry point product. Your low ticket offer solves one specific problem, while the membership provides ongoing support and deeper exploration. Another option is to transform your membership into a group online program with a more premium price point. For example, instead of an open-ended membership, you could create a 12-month program designed to reach specific results. This shifts the offer from ongoing practice to achieving a defined outcome, which can justify a higher price point and create a more contained experience for both you and your students. Whatever you decide, make the transition with integrity and transparency. Your existing members have already shown their commitment to you, and honoring that relationship is most important, right? That's the most important thing, even as your business model evolves. So, after sharing all of this, I want to be clear about something important. I'm not saying memberships never work, that memberships are wrong for yoga teachers. I'm not saying that at all. They absolutely can be successful in certain circumstances. I have clients who run thriving yoga memberships, and I've noticed they tend to have these factors in common. They already had a devoted following who deeply connected with their teaching style before launching their membership. They are clear on their messaging and who their membership is for and what people will achieve. They truly enjoy and have the capacity for consistent content creation. It energizes rather than depletes them. And they've built robust systems to manage the operational aspects efficiently, often with team support. If that sounds like you, A membership might be the perfect fit for your teaching style and business goals. But for many yoga teachers, especially those just beginning to build their online presence or those who want more freedom and flexibility in their schedule, I believe a low ticket offer together with a premium group program provides a more sustainable business model. Here's how I recommend starting. Identify a specific challenge your ideal students face, something tangible that causes them discomfort or limits their well being. Create a focused solution that delivers a clear result. Price it accessibly as a one-time purchase. Then focus your energy on getting that solution in front of the people who need it most. The beautiful thing about this approach is it doesn't close any doors. Once you've established this foundation and built a community of buyers who love your teaching, you can always add a membership option later for those students who want to continue their journey with you. It can work together beautifully. So where does this leave us? The choice between a membership and a low ticket offer ultimately comes down to what's sustainable for you and truly valuable for your students. I spent so much time and energy trying to force the membership model to work because I thought that's what I should be doing. I tried it twice, once successfully growing to over 100 members, and again in 2023, and I think I had like about 20 members. It was so hard. But both times, I found that closing the membership and focusing on more specific offers was absolutely the right decision for me and my business. And I've seen the same pattern with some of my yoga teacher clients. So for me, closing those memberships was the best decision, especially the second time, right? So I had that FOMO. I saw all those other coaches starting memberships in 2023, and I thought, okay, let's try it. I've done it before. I can do it again. But I realized how much energy it was taking while bringing in comparatively little income. So for now, I'm definitely done with this business model. And I probably would guide most of my clients away from it unless they have very specific circumstances. As you're making this decision for yourself, consider your unique teaching style, how you feel about ongoing content creation, and most importantly, your energy. Because if your business model depletes you, you won't have anything left to give your students, no matter how beautiful your offerings are. And I want you to experience those daily sales too, to wake up to payment notifications, to know you've built something that works while you sleep. That's why I created Low Ticket Mucho, to help yoga teachers like you create their first low ticket product that you can sell again and again. Low Ticket Mojo is a full course that teaches you how to create your own irresistible $37 product using my product discovery framework and AI prompts, how to write high converting sales copy that makes your offer impossible to resist again with AI assistant, and how to set up a complete funnel with order bumps and upsells that maximize every sale. Plus, you'll get amazing bonuses, including my low-ticket offer inspiration vault with 25 specific offer examples for yoga teachers, my complete offer suite training, and more. Your investment, just $37. Yes, the same price point I've been talking about throughout this episode for your low-ticket offer. I wanted to make this accessible to every yoga teacher who's ready to see sales coming in every day by adding in a low ticket offer, either to replace a membership or to add on to it and make this the entry point in your offer suite. Just visit susannereike.com/low-ticket mojo to get started today I'll also add the link to the show notes. That's susannerikeer.com/low ticket mojo in one word. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this episode and it answered some of the questions you might have had about memberships and low ticket offers and what you should do. Until next time, trust that your yoga wisdom deserves to be shared with the world. Whether that's through a low ticket offer or something else entirely that feels aligned with your unique path and vision. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Blissful Biz podcast. If you found this helpful, I'd love it if you hit subscribe and left a review on Apple Podcasts. It helps other yoga teachers and coaches find these strategies too, and it would mean the world to me. It really makes a difference. And if you're ready to take the next step, head over to my website, susannerikeer.com, where you'll find my free resources, latest blog posts, and all the ways we can work together to grow your online business. Until next week, keep building your blissful biz.